Hi, I'm Monica Rourke-Bravo from BravoBella, and today I'm going to share with you some of my dyeing tips. I absolutely love dyeing fabrics, and so I'm going to share with you the way that I dye both dark colors and light colors. So I'm going to start with my dark colors here. I do all of my dyeing on this in a pot, and here I have just a pot full of water. I've used a candy thermometer, and I've brought my temperature up to about 200 degrees. You want it really hot when you're doing dark colors. I just use RIT dyes for all of my dyeing. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add just a splash of vinegar to my water. And then I'm going to take my bra that I've already sewn, and of course I've sewn it in contrasting thread because the thread doesn't dye. And I just get it nice and wet in here, pull it out of the water. So you always want to start by wetting your fabric first. And then in my beaker here I have my mixture of dyes. Now a lot of the colors that I use, I mix different colors together, and so that's what I have here. So I'm just going to pour that in here and give it a quick stir to get it nice and mixed up. And in goes my bra. So one of the keys to dyeing dark colors is a really high heat over a long period of time. You also want to make sure you're stirring this pretty frequently. So that's why I do this on the stove top. I do it on the stove top because I can maintain a constant temperature over usually probably about 20 to 30 minutes. So I'm going to let this guy sit in here. You can see it's already starting to take the dye, but it's not even close to the color that it will be in the end. So the longer it stays in here, the darker it will get. For protective on my hands, because the dyes, I don't want to get the dyes on my hands. I've found that if I have really small hands, so like regular gloves don't work for me, so I use garden gloves. That's what's underneath here is little garden gloves, and then I just use a little nitrile glove over it for waterproofness. So stir this maybe once every 10 to 30 seconds or so, just to make sure you get a consistent and even color as best as possible. And we're gonna have to let this sit, double check your temperature, and we'll come back to this. Next I wanna show you, while this is sitting, I'm gonna show you how to do my light color dyes. So dyeing light colors is a lot different than dyeing the dark colors. You need a much lower temperature and a much shorter period of time. So I can actually use my water. Now I've been running this for a little while, so it's already pretty hot. Straight from my tap. If I got the candy thermometer, I'd find out that it's at about 175 degrees, between 150 and 175. Again, another little splash of vinegar in here. So I'm using quite a bit lower temperature than the darker colors. And this one has also been sewn in the contrasting thread, so I just get my bra wet. I have my mix of colors that I'm using here. I like using the RIT dyes because it's a combination dye. So I get really great even colors with them. Give it a stir, and then in goes my bra. Now this one, I just continually work it until it's about the right color, and it takes maybe 5 minutes or so, and double check the colors. It's turning out really nicely. It's pretty close, it's almost there, just a little bit longer. So we've waited about 5 minutes or so, and I've been stirring this continually, and it looks like this is about the color that I want it to end up. So I'm going to take it out of my dye pot, and I'm just going to turn on, this is one trick. You've got to rinse it in cold water, and you're going to rinse it in the cold water and squeeze it out and keep rinsing it until your water runs perfectly clear. And with the lighter colors, it doesn't take very long to get your water clear. That should do it. And then as a last step, wring it out. I'll grab a towel, throw it in a dryer on hot. Yeah, I know you're always told not to dry your bras, but I'm gonna throw this in the dryer on hot and dry it. That will set the dyes, and then I will have a gorgeous bra. All right, so This one was the darker color. It's been sitting in the dye pot for about 20 or 30 minutes now. And you can see that the cups have dyed to just about the same color as the thread, which is what I wanted. Now you notice that the tricot dyes a little bit differently than the power net. That's just a difference in the materials, and that's fine. So I'm gonna take this out now. And again, I'm gonna rinse it in cold water. Until it runs clear, and it takes a little bit longer to get the darker colors completely out. Wring it out. And now this one will also go in a hot dryer with a towel to get it nice and dry. And now I have two beautifully colored bras that started out white, and I've dyed to a taupe color and a nice dark brown.